I'll be showing you how to run Android apps and games straight from your Windows device using Google's Play Games Developer Emulator. It's a great substitute for soon-to-be depreciated Windows subsystem for Android, aka WSA. And thanks to the comment that made me look into the topic. So let's begin. First, open your browser and go to the link that I've given in the description. Before downloading the installer, go to the system requirements page and make sure that the device is capable of running the emulator. If it is, then go back to the previous page and then hit download. The next step is to enable CPU virtualization. For that, open Task Manager, go to the Performance tab, and under CPU, check the status of virtualization. If it is already enabled, then skip to the next chapter. If not, you need to go to your BIOS settings and enable CPU virtualization. For Intel CPUs, the BIOS options are labeled as Intel Virtualization Technology and VTD. And for AMD CPUs, it's labeled as AMDV or SVM mode. If you are not familiar with BIOS, then check out the link that I've given in the description below. Now, you need to turn on some optional features. For that, search and open Windows Features, scroll down and enable Virtual Machine Platform and Windows Hypervisor Platform, then click OK. It will start the installation process. After the installation process is complete, you'll have to restart your device, so go ahead and hit restart. After the restart is complete, open the previously downloaded installer. It will start the full installation process of the emulator. This is gonna take some time, so let me speed up the process. After it's done, close the installer and then open the emulator. It requires a Google sign-in, so go ahead and do so, and then wait for it to open. Once it's opened in the USB debugging, check Always Allow, then click Allow. This is your emulator, which you can navigate using your mouse. Here's the settings of the virtual device. And as you can see, it's running on Android 14. Now I'll show you how to install APK on your emulator. To install APKs without the hassle of ADB commands, open Microsoft Store and search for APK installers, and then download this app. After it's done installing, download any APK you wanna install. I'll be installing this game called Data Wing. You can always use Play Store in your emulator to install apps, but the app catalog is really limited right now. Go to the APK that you have downloaded and in Properties, change the default for APK extension to APK installers, and then open the app. Once this window appears, go to the settings and then turn off these options. And then in ADB path, click Change and navigate to the folder where the Play Games emulator is installed. Then open current folder and then emulator, and then select the adb.exe file and click Open. After that, click Devices and expand this option. The emulator may already be here. If it isn't, then in Connect Device type 127.0.0.1:6520 and click this icon. The emulator should now appear here. Click on the device and then go back and hit Install. After the install is complete, the app should be up and running in the emulator window. So, to summarize, from now on, after you restart your device, to use the emulator, first open Play Games Emulator, wait for it to open, and then use any app you want. If you want to install a new app, then open the APK you want to install and then hit install. It's that simple. And for some reason, if this window appears when trying to install an APK, then go to Devices and just like before, enter the address and click Connect. The emulator will show up here. Then go back and click Install. Now I'll show you some actions and shortcuts for the emulator. To run your emulator in full screen mode, press Alt plus Enter key or F11 key on your keyboard. For navigating inside your emulator, you can use Ctrl plus B key as your back button and Ctrl plus H as your home button. Pressing your Shift key and Tab key together will show you a window with options like Visual Settings and Volume. Pressing Exit key will close the launcher itself. To access emulator specific settings, right-click on the icon in the task tray. Here, you will find options like Updates, Graphic Settings, where you can change the FPS and your default GPU. There are also options to change the display ratio and input mode, which I recommend changing to PC mode. Thanks for watching. Hope you found it helpful and easy to follow. If so, make sure to like and subscribe to show support. Also, drop some suggestions in the comment section below. Thank you, bye!
Psych!